So, you're finally ready to take the plunge and put in an offer on your dream house. You found something that is perfect for you and your family's needs, and you're willing to pay the asking price. It's a sure thing, right? Not so fast. A seller's market means that there are more buyers than there are homes for sale available. It may mean that your full price offer just isn't gonna cut it. So, what can you do to get that perfect house you've searched high and low for? Hi, I'm Tristen Campanella with Home by Tristen in San Diego. And before you throw the towel in on buying a home, I want you to check out these tips that might push your offer to the front of the line. And if you like this video, I'd love to have you subscribe. Number one, make sure your offer is as clean as possible. A clean offer should not be contingent on the sale of another property or have any financial constraints. It should also be free of any seller concessions, which are things that a buyer could ask for outside of the offer price, such as help with closing costs. The traditional contingencies are like a deck of cards you hold close to your chest for protection. Loan, appraisal, inspection, those are the main ones. And as you lay them on the table, you give them up, which makes your offer more appealing to a seller because you have less opportunity to back out of a contract that you write. The standard California purchase agreement gives a 17-day inspection period. If you're not comfortable with waiving that completely, consider shortening that time frame maybe to 5 days. Contact me to find out what inspections you should do when you're buying a house in California. Even if you don't add contingencies to your offer, there are still ways to protect your interests. For example, you can get your loan fully underwritten. This means that you will complete the entire loan process with your lender before making an offer on a home. And then when you put the offer in, you can confidently put down your loan contingency with little to no risk. Consider also giving up that inspection contingency. If the seller has provided an inspection report, maybe they've already had a home inspection report from a reputable company, then you can do this with little risk involved. Avoid asking for any personal property. Drooling over the sparkly chandelier listed in the exclusions, don't ask for it. Want them to throw in that cool lawn furniture? Skip it. Your offer could be very similar in price to another offer that isn't asking for items that belong to the seller. Asking for excluded items could weaken your offer. If you want a chandelier or lawn furniture, you can go to Home Depot or my favorite place, Home Goods. If you seriously want to compete and win this house, let's skip that completely and make it as clean as possible. Another tip, write a personal letter to the seller. This is a super simple way to increase your odds of getting your offer accepted. The biggest reason is the seller doesn't know who you are, so putting a face to a name is great, and giving it a personal touch can go a long way with sellers. While some sellers only care about the price, others are emotionally attached to their homes, and they want to make sure it will be in good hands. If a seller has lived in the home for many years, it may put them at ease to know somebody cares that's moving in. By also including a letter that tells the seller a little bit about yourself, why you love the house, and why you want to make it your own, you can make the difference in a close bidding war. Another tip today is offer above asking price. This is not the time to get a deal in the market right now. This is the market for putting the best foot forward and making your offer strong enough to beat out multiple bid situations. If you really want this house, you're likely going to have to go over the asking price. Don't allow the thought of over asking the price overwhelm you. Sometimes you only need to go like $2,000 over to achieve your desired effect. Doing this will show the seller that you're serious about buying the home and what you want them to consider you as a potential buyer. Making an offer above asking price won't end up costing you much in the long run. What you put down and what you pay monthly on your mortgage will only change significantly if you offer an unrealistic amount. Keeping your offer aligned to the home's value while still offering above the asking price will help you secure the home you're interested in. Another tip today, put down a stronger earnest money deposit or an EMD. Your earnest money deposit proves that you are a good faith buyer. Usually the real estate broker will actually goes to escrow and your EMD will contribute to your down payment or your closing costs. On average, your EMD is up to 3%. So the highest you can go, the more strong your offer is. It shows you're really serious and that your intentions are genuine. But if you put more EMD down, make sure you do intend to buy the house. If you don't move forward and you remove any contingencies, you could lose your EMD and it may be in jeopardy. If you already signed the contract and don't buy the home, the seller can keep the EMD as compensation for the time they've wasted. Appraisal contingencies. Waiving this appraisal contingency may be a great idea, but this could pose the most risk unless you have enough cash to cover any potential shortfall between offered price and appraised price. This is a huge one in neighborhoods that are experiencing a surge in property values or are really, really popular with people. An offer indicating your intention to bring money to the table if the home doesn't appraise will set you apart from the others. Just make sure you're in a strong financial position to take this risk. Another tip today is making a larger down payment on your loan program. So no matter what loan you're doing, offering a little more to pay is another good sign of good faith. As we've indicated several times in previous points, anytime you can show that you're in a good financial position, you should do so. This situation is no exception to the rule. By putting down a larger down payment than you have to, you send the message that you're serious about the purchase and capable of meeting all the financial obligations. And one of my favorite tips that's been really working well is adding an escalation clause to your offer. So an escalation clause means that your offer will outbid other offers up to a maximum price. This means if you make an offer saying you will pay X price for a home, but if a higher offer comes in, you will increase your offer up to Y price. Keep in mind, even if you provide an escalation clause, it may be in the seller's best interest to issue a counteroffer. A counteroffer is in place of accepting your escalation clause offer. The seller may also decide to raise the list price instead of providing a counteroffer or accepting your escalation clause. If you decide to move forward with this option, please consult with your real estate broker and get a plan together. Finally, the number one thing you could do is pay with cash. I know that's not available to everybody. However, I do have a special program if you contact me today or sometime this week that I can show you how we can do that for you. A cash deal looks amazing because it's not contingent on a loan, and as long as it's at or above asking price, it is the best choice for sellers. When buyers finance through a lender, you're often at the mercy of that lender's process, and that could lead to a negative outcome that the seller could worry about. My final tip for today is offer 1 month free seller in possession, so they a rent back. Your mortgage isn't due until 1 month after you close, so why not offer the seller to stay for a month for free so they don't feel rushed and you don't have to double pay anything? So it's a really, really nice addition. Some sellers don't need it. However, if they do, it can really alleviate it and make your offer stand out very, very good. So that's just a second form we're gonna add in, and it's very easy. So listen guys, the bottom line, while these things seem small, they can go a long way to making your offer stand out and to get you the home of your dreams. Establishing that you're a serious buyer with the financial capabilities to meet all obligations is the best way to the seller's heart. Be willing to go the extra mile in both your intention and your financial offerings. And if you do so, the seller of your dream home will notice your effort and often give you a second glance. Don't forget about the details. Make sure you're following all the guidelines to a T. This includes submitting your documents accurately and on time. Take the extra time to follow up with all parties involved to assure your information and payments made it to the appropriate person. Don't be afraid to come across as over-attentive to detail. Being proactive is going to serve you and your future home sellers well. So let's get a plan together for your home buying success. There's some links below to contact me today. Thanks for watching. I'm Tristen Campanella, and happy bidding.